This is John Pristine with Pristine Health. Out here in the country in South Carolina at my dad's house. Came to visit my dad. I don't know if you guys can hear those the roosters crowing, or I don't know if the word is crowing. Hear those roosters in the background. Wait, he's gonna listen. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Of course. Okay, there. I don't know if you heard it or not, but anyway, out here in the country visiting my dad. Again, this is John Pristine with Pristine Health, where we eat clean and live healthy. So, my dad is a country boy. Um, Grew up in a small town in South Carolina, where I am now, Estill, South Carolina, and he is the one who really taught me uh, how to garden, how to grow things, um, and I kind of took a liking to it when I was younger. So out here at my dad's place, right behind me is a fig tree. A fig tree with a lot of figs on it. Um, there are a lot of bees. There are a lot of bees flying around it right now, feasting on them. I don't know if you can see them flying around me. But anyway, here's a fig tree back here behind me. And then behind me on this side, you see, this is, I guess I'll just flip the camera around. And this is what you call a muscadine vine. Let me zoom out a little bit here. A muscadine vine, or you call them muscadine grapevine. These types of grapes grow well in the hot and humid southeast of the United States. I have some planted in my yard back in Atlanta as well. My dad, he's had this vine out here for quite some time. You can see the little grapes on here. They're not quite done yet. These are going to turn purple when they're ripe. He has the purple ones and the green ones. They're both good. I like the green ones better, to tell you the truth. Um, Normally they get ripe. From what I remember, normally they get ripe around July, but they're not quite ripe yet because we're in August now. Let me see. There are a few here that are ripe or almost ripe. This one looks like it's almost ripe. It's like golden, like a golden color. You squeeze them, they don't burst like the grapes you get from Italy and California. They come out as like a little, I don't know, like a little soft pellet, right? And then you just eat it like that. That one's that one's pretty ripe. It's ripe enough to eat. It's sweet. It's not sour. It's a little bit sour. Some people just eat like the pulp that comes out from the inside, and some people like me, I eat the skin as well because I think it's good. The skin is actually sour, but when you pair it with the pulp, the inside of the pulp, it's kind of a sweet and sour, and it tastes good. My mom has some muscadine vines in her yard in Glenville, Georgia, as well. That produce a lot of muscadine grapes. Those are good. I think I'm going to eat every last ripe one he has on here. He doesn't have that many, but I'm going to pick these other two. Doesn't that look good? The last one before I call it a day. So these are muscadine grapes. They're pretty easy to grow. If you live in the southeast, You can go to you can grab them from a nursery somewhere in the southeast, or you can order them online, and they'll ship them to you. They'll ship them to you overnight, and put them in the ground in your backyard somewhere where it gets lots of sun. And before you know it, it'll turn full on vine. You have to since it is a vine, you have to have some type of structure for it to grow on. You can't see the structure that my dad put here. Let me see if I can look up under the vine. So you can see that post. You see the post he put there for the vines to grow up on. So you put those posts in a line, and then you run like a wire from post to post, so you can get a long stretch like you see you have here.
Daddy, do you need a pan or a bag to put the grapes in?
There aren't enough ripe to pick right now, so we're gonna have to come back and get some when they're ripe.
Okay.
And that is my daughter. I try to teach her as much as I can about growing food and eating healthy. So anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. This has been John Pristine with Pristine Health, where we eat clean and live healthy. Talk to you all next time. So I thought the video was over, but as I came over to the right side, I noticed that there are some of the purple ones that are ripe. Let me show you. See, these are some of the purple ones that are ready. The purple ones tend to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, no, I thought the video was over, but we continue. There we go. The purple ones are just a little bit more tart. Look, this one looks like a bird got to it before I could get to it. There's like a little peck in it, so I'm gonna throw that one away. So when I was a kid, and we had these in my yard at my mom's house, well, my mom and dad's house, when they were actually before they got divorced. In the summertime, this was a great treat for us. We just go out here, we just come out here or go out there, find little clumps of ripe grapes like this, Muscadine grapes. And by the way, these are also the type of grapes that Moscato is made out of. For all of those of you wine drinkers out there. I know I said I wasn't going to eat anymore, but that one might not be ripe because it's taking a long, I can't really squeeze it out, so I might have picked that one too early. Let's try this one. There we go. That one's right. If you can't squeeze it and have the pulp come out like that, then it's not ripe enough. You picked it too early. It's very hot out here. As you can see, I'm sweating quite a bit. I don't know about the specific nutritional value of Muscadine grapes. I think I'll look that up and provide that information to y'all eventually. But it tastes very good. And at the very least, I would think they have a lot of fiber. The skin is very thick, so I'm pretty sure it's quite fibrous. And then even the pulp, as I'm eating, I'm seeing more ripe grapes. It's going to prolong this video. Or maybe I'll just stop the video and just, dang, I got squirted in the eye. Grape juice in the eye. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah, the nutritional value. I don't know the specific nutritional value, but at the very least, they have a lot of fiber because the skin is very thick. So I'm sure it has a lot of fiber. And then again, the pulp itself feels like it has quite a bit of fiber in it as well. They're like Lay's potato chips. You can't eat just one, except they're a lot more healthy for you than Lay's potato chips. So I picked 2 more golden ones. No, 3 more golden ones. Nope. Yeah, 3. Number 3 right here. Let's see if I can find another purple one. Here's a purple one down here. Oh man. I can easily spend a good 30 minutes out here by this vine, just picking grapes and eating them. My dad also makes wine out of these. And it's a decent wine too. I've tried making wine out as well. I wasn't all that successful. Mine turned into vinegar instead of wine. There's a science to it. My dad has it figured out. I don't quite have it figured out. I guess I could just ask him. So like I said, these are pretty easy to grow. This one might not be quite ripe. It's taking a while to bust out the shell or bust out the skin. Well, there it goes. So like I said, you can grow these pretty easily. They grow pretty well, very well, in the hot and humid South. If you live in the South, you can easily grow these. And if you really like them, like if you really like Muscadine grapes, then it's worth growing them because they're pretty expensive once they, when you see them in the store in late summer, they're pretty expensive, not cheap. But if you have a vine like this, you'll get way more Muscadine grapes than you can eat. When I go to my mom's house, when they're all ripe, and I pick a lot of them, I'll come back with like 3-4 buckets full, and I can't eat them all. I start to eat them, but I just can't. I can't eat them all. They end up going bad, a lot of them, if I don't give them away. You can also use them to sweeten smoothies. You just pop the pulp out. I guess it could be kind of labor intensive because they have seeds in them. They have seeds in them as well, and you can't just leave the seeds in them if you put them in your smoothie because the seeds are bitter. So you have to like pop out the pulp, get out the seeds, and then put them in your smoothie. So that might be too much work for some people, but you could use them to sweeten your smoothies. You could also use them to make muscadine jelly. A lot of places down here in Georgia, when muscadine season is in, you can go to a muscadine vineyard. A lot of times they have a store next to it, and they have muscadine jelly. Or if you go stop at one of these little country stores on the side of the road in Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, they'll have muscadine jelly. Anyway, this video has gone longer than I thought it would, but just sharing with you guys a little bit about muscadine grapes that you can easily grow. Like I said, you can easily. And again, once again, this is really going to be the end of the video this time. This has been John Pristine with Pristine Health, where we eat clean and live healthy. Talk to you all next time.